Hey there! Have you checked out that new series on Apple TV Plus? It's called Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Oh, you mean the one about Godzilla and all those giant creatures? Yeah, I watched it. What did you think?
Well, it's an interesting take on the whole Godzilla universe. They delve into the history and lore, you know?
Yeah, they did go deep into the whole Monsterverse thing. But did you feel it lived up to the hype?
Honestly, it's a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, they really focus on the human side of things, kind of like the perspective of regular folks caught in the middle of all those monster battles.
Right, I noticed that too. It's not just about the monsters stomping around. There's this family drama going on.
Exactly. But here's the thing. They stretched the story way too much. Some episodes felt like they were dragging, especially those unnecessary side characters.
Oh, you mean those 2 episodes where they went all deep into the lives of those forgettable characters? Totally felt out of place.
Yeah, it's like the creators didn't know how to develop a separate, interesting story without bringing in those cliché characters.
But hey, I appreciated the throwback to the 50s in the historical part of the show. The way they explored the origins of Monarch was pretty cool.
Absolutely. The vintage vibes and the non-linear structure made that part engaging. Wyatt Russell playing a young Kurt Russell was spot on.
True, but let's be real, the main selling point should be the monsters, right? And there just wasn't enough of them. It's called Legacy of Monsters, after all.
Agreed. The action scenes were more like teasers, and most of the juicy monster stuff got saved for the trailers.
Yeah, it felt like they used the monsters as a backdrop for the family drama instead of making them the main attraction.
Overall, Monarch had its moments, but it fell short of being the monster-packed epic we were hoping for.
Well, at least it added a new layer to the Monsterverse lore. Let's hope they step up the monster game in the next season.
Fingers crossed. Until then, I guess we'll have to settle for a monster-sized family soap opera.
Haha, true that. Well, at least they got the visuals right. The production quality is top-notch, and you can see the budget in every episode.
Absolutely. The diverse locations, the cinematography, and Matt Shakman's direction bring a grand scale to the series. It's like a cinematic experience on the small screen.
And let's not forget the attention to detail, especially in portraying different ecosystems, from the icy expanses of Alaska to the hollow Earth. They really went all out.
True, and it's refreshing to see a show that doesn't hold back in terms of production value. It adds to the overall experience.
But despite the technical brilliance, the show falls short in fulfilling the expectations of fans eagerly waiting for a deep dive into the Monsterverse lore.
Yeah. Instead of answering long-standing questions, they chose to focus on the mundane family conflicts of cliched characters in the present timeline.
And the amount of time they wasted on those secondary characters, especially in the middle episodes, was frustrating.
It's like they lost their way, veering off into a dull family drama when they had the rich history of Monarch to explore.
The whole dual timeline approach, with the past being more intriguing than the present, was a hit and miss.
Definitely. The 50s storyline was captivating, shedding light on Monarch's origins, and Kurt and Wyatt Russell's characters were a highlight.
But the present-day plotline lacked depth, and the so-called modern characters failed to resonate with the audience.
It's a shame because the series had so much potential. It could have been a revelation for the Monsterverse, but it ended up feeling like just another installment.
Well, at least it set the stage for future projects in this universe. Hopefully, they'll learn from the missteps of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Agreed. For now, let's appreciate the technical aspects and hope they bring more monster action into the next season.
Here's to hoping they find the right balance between family drama and monster mayhem.
And may the Monsterverse continue to evolve with better storytelling.